However, that's the thing. It might be like confusing because on one hand it says that the heroic PCs are never considered lesser foes. On the other, when it says about Nemesis, is that they also get Frey die. And it says that the Nemesis can use the Frey die against PC. And obviously he's gonna use his Frey die against Ivo, which is inflicted straight. That's also another thing mechanically, not something I changed. This is from the book, that basically Nemesis, when he rolls for damage, he is inflicting the damage straight. So if I roll his Frey die, because he's a soldier, is d6, so if I roll 6, that's 6 points of damage instead of like converted. So as he's like unloading a hail of bullets, Ivo, you take 6 points of damage. So your telekinetic field is being put to test.
Yes, it is.
However, before the soldiers can act, Ivo, and I think, let me double check how I describe the positioning. Until the start of your next turns. Okay, so you no longer get like -2 AC, that goes away. And now you have a chance to like repay in kind.
That I do. And that I shall.
To be
I'm
fair,
going to...
Yeah. To be fair, I did wonder if I want to make Nemesis out of the military elite that has base of 3 hit points, or 3 hit die, but I decided, that can wait.
I will... release my telekinetic rifle and then expend effort for a large telekinetic weapon, and I'm going to use my move action to approach the dude and then hit him with a sword.
Okay, so you make a move action to engage.
Yep.
Alright? And then you make a melee attack, right?
Yep.
Alright.
I do.
Go for it.
That I did, and I just deleted that whole bunch of extra stuff. That isn't really needed.
Okay, 5, 1, 2. Okay, they are added. Okay, so 8 is converted, I believe. Yeah, that's 2 points, and he had 2 points remaining. So that brings him to 0.
He shoots me, so I just run up and cut off his head. The other mooks are probably like, what the fuck?
Yeah, suddenly, like, with this, I don't know, like, do you, like, charge at him, like, silently, or do you, like, let out a war cry or something?
Not, like, purposefully silent, but I'm not, like, screaming at him.
Yeah, so suddenly out of the... through the, like, furniture, crates and whatnot, a figure just, like, bolts towards the fucker that shot him. He, like, the Nemesis starts raising his, like, weapon because it's a pistol, so technically he should still be able to, like, fire it in melee, and he, like, tries to, like, raise it to, like, block it, or like, not like approach, like, turn into like a melee fighting position with, like, weapon in hand, and then suddenly this unseen force just, like, carves into him and just lops his head off.
It's like, oh, he's gonna come punch me. Wait a minute, why is he acting like he's holding a sword?
Yeah, it's like a saber from Fate with the invisible sword, yeah.
Yep.
Basically doing a bonsai charge.
Okay, when it will come to soldiers, I will make a morale check, but we still need to get to their turn. So which is this your call now? So you just saw your friend just rush in and just with unseen force just like cut the fucker's head off.
Alright, so I'm going to do my part and basically says, yeah, nice going. Don't fuck with that guy. And I'm going to shoot the next soldier. And let's see. With my laser pistol. What kind of action is it to do a perform check? To basically hype up how awesome he is.
Perform, that's a skill check, and skill check, depending on what it is, it can be either done as a main action or move action. And I think if you are hyping, I could buy it as a move action. But before we get to that, let's resolve the main action, because 15, because you had, is not enough to hit them, but as a roll. But I forgot last time. In ranged attack, if you miss, instead of just declaring that we go with the boring option that you miss, you have other options. So, do you decide that your attack simply misses, or do you want to pick something else?
Let's see. I'm going to do that number 8. My attack simply does not hit.
Okay, that's cool. Okay, and for your move action, you want to try to do the like, yeah, don't fuck with us.
Yeah, don't fuck with him. He's so deadly, he doesn't need a weapon. He can just will you to death. If he says you're dead, well, maybe not in those exact words, but
okay,
basically.
yeah, I know what you are getting at. Okay, so that would be perform at a DC of 8, and if you pass, this will make, like when they make a morale check, this will be like harder for them to pass it.
Let's see, skills. Oh, sorry, not initiative.
That's fine.
Perform. Would that be wisdom or charisma? Oh, charisma.
Yeah, charisma based, definitely.
Ooh, 7.
Yeah, I said DC was 8. I mean, you still say those things, but mechanically they won't affect the morale check for the soldiers. I mean, the soldiers will have to make morale check either way, because their leader and supposed badass just got fucking murdered in melee. Okay, but that was your main action and move action. Okay, you no longer get benefits of cover mechanically. Okay, soldiers. They are trained military soldiers. Common DCs. But I say they're like trained, so they still need to make this one. And with their leader dead, I'd say they get like a -1. Like all in all, even without that perform check, they still get like a -1 penalty. And they have to make DC of 10, which is unlikely. -1. No. Fuck this shit! Retreat! Retreat! And as for their action, what they actually can do.
Not clear, not clear.
They are not in melee, so they don't have to disengage. No, with that, how badly they botched it, it's like it doesn't have even a semblance of order, and they like don't stick to how this is like, fuck, we need to go, and then they just start bolting without using like cover, trying to like move throughout uh, the maze, and they don't get much cover towards the end because obviously there was a section where they kept trucks and other supply trucks that can be used to move out the supplies, and there's like a more open ground to them. Actually, I will make an evasion saving throw for them to see if they fail. They get like gunned down before they can escape. And let's see. These folks only. Okay, they need to. I mean, I'm gonna roll once for all of them. Actually. Okay, and actually no, because if I get like a 15 or higher on only once, and that saves all three of them, that wouldn't be fair. Okay, so the first one succeeds. The second one, nope, he gets gunned down. And the third one, he gets gunned down. So one of them actually somehow leaps from your grasp. But obviously as the combat was happening on the outside, who knows what might happen. And yeah, you still hear sounds of firefight on the outside. It is not like constant, like intense fighting, but there's like, you know, fire, like a second to pause, like another like shots. So anyways, for now, like in your immediate vicinity, for the immediate future, you've cleared this warehouse from enemies. And what's your immediate action? Like, what are you doing next?
Well, first off, I want to congratulate the two mooks for being so awesome. Getting just as many kills as us.
Oh, Shark, thanks. It's been some time since I last shot it, but hey, apparently you don't forget it.
Just like riding a electro bike.
And the other
But,
one.
yeah.
But we should like move on and get this stuff. They might be more coming.
Right. Didn't catch your name, by the way.
Okay.
We're gonna have to make them named NPCs now.
I'm sure. And then the one that got like, oh shucks, thanks for the compliment. And the other one is. Oh, I'm Orlin.
Alright, Shaw, Orlin. Nice to meet you. I'm Wedge. You already met Ivo. But yeah, let's get to work.
Yeah. And they like, both of them like start, you know, going through the crates, packing the goods, and like lifting them up and putting the rest. Like, it seems like when the raid happened, they were already in the process of like packing the trucks, so they are now like finishing. And while this happens, like, what are you two guys are doing?
Let's see. I would probably take a closer look at the weapons that the officers were using, because I might be interested in getting that submachine pistol.
Yeah, okay, we can take it. Like mechanically, this is like a tech level 3 semi-auto pistol. Although it is obviously well made. It's not like a shoddy craftsmanship. And I would say because this was like his weapon, personal weapon, there is like a small engraving at the side of the barrel with the like the faction logo of the High Sky.
Engraving.
Engraving.
Do not give any tactical advantage.
And engraving, yeah. I mean, you can later like change it if you like do some like you have fixed. You can like do some like carving onto chrome.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll ask differently. Like, do you attempt to involve yourself in the combat outside in any way, shape, or form, or you just like no?
Well, we're here to get these crates out.
Yeah, just wanted to confirm if you wanted to like try to hit the enemies from behind and do a pincer maneuver, or you stick to the plan and like try to grab the stuff.
Once we're done loading the stuff, we can discuss if we're going to do a pincer maneuver.
Okay, so I would say that after you like finish loading, if you like helping, enough time will pass that yeah, show it's like, oh, the bell's calling. Yes, Boss Lenny, we are almost done here. And then he obviously he like puts it on like loudspeaker. That's good. My contacts are informing me that obviously we are attracting some attention. So if you are getting done, I would suggest starting the engines and moving out.
Well.
And hope you have the gentlemen you have with you are good drivers, because you will need to haul us from there.
Trust me, we're expert drivers.
Yeah.
Better than Kasputin, at least.
I think everyone's better than Kasputin.
Oh, that one. I heard about him. Good thing Roman is smart enough not to send him to my work. He would be dead already. Yeah, but enough chit chat. We're still not out of the woods yet. Me boys have already moved out, so punch it, fellas. Lenny out.
Roger, Dodger.
Yeah, essentially I would say that if you want to like not miss anything and take all the shipment that was promised and like basically not lose anything, you have to fit it in 3 trucks, and one can be piloted by Ivo, another one by Wedge, but the third one is left in the NPC's car.
Yeah.
Because it's literally impossible. If you want to take everything, like not miss any like loot or any shipment, it's not possible to fit that into 2 trucks. Because to amass such an amount, yeah, Lenny worked for quite some time to do this. Okay, so yeah, you prepare yourself, and like Orlin is waiting near the gate, so he's ready to like punch it open, and as you will go first, he then will jump into a truck piloted by Shaw, and then you will just like bolt it through the city, navigate into the like you will have information where you should go. It will be delivered to you. So now this will be the case of pilot checks. I'd say because you have information where to go, you have support from the outside, and like you've probably talk about it a little bit beforehand. I'd say the pilot skill check would be would be 8.
With what attributes?
Pilot, and I'd say dexterity or wisdom.
And I'm going with wisdom then.
Okay. Okay, the mooks, the helpers have... Okay, let's say this much. I'm gonna...
Oh, why? My rolls are really bad today.
To be fair, this is getting towards the end of the scene, so...
So yeah, I'm going to use my second roll then.
The auto success, not the second roll, just the
Yeah.
auto success.
Oh, yeah, the auto success.
Yeah, so it means like you rolled double 6s on dice, so it's like 12, 13, 15. Yeah. And the mooks, the helpers, the shaw rolls. Okay! All of you pass it, despite the increased security, the drones flying above. You find a way to just expertly navigate throughout the Undercity, the less used sections. You pass empty streets, burning cars or storages like this. Obviously you find plenty of signs that the government forces were moving through and were not limiting their force with plenty of excessive force, like dead bodies starting to slowly rot in the streets after like several hours. Blood freely flows, but it's not completely one-sided. You even managed to pass some locations where you do see, actually no, the bodies, they would be able to take them away, but like there definitely are signs of combat. You don't see any bodies, but there's like a pulse of blood and like bullet marks, so you imagine some of the soldiers might have got hit. And also like one of the streets has also like another burning APC. Not this one is completely destroyed. Like they either like threw Molotov cocktails on it, or like they placed another like mine. So it's like, completely destroyed, like burning wreck. And maybe also because of all of this chaos happening, and like you have like an easier time of just navigating into a prepared safe house location where you find both Lenny and Ivan, also obviously accompanied by several like dozen or so of their men that are like very tense, but like protecting the area, like trying to stay hidden, not make anything like staying inconspicuous, but like protecting the area. And when you like roll in with the trucks, there's like appreciative whistle. Now here are the men of the hour. Good job, gentlemen. You know how to pick them, Ivan. Da. They are good enough.
Oh, glad to see you're young.
Yep.
Glad to see you're doing it. Fellows are doing just as well.
Yeah, the government decided to underestimate the good old Ivan. I managed to... no, he just says that. Underestimate the good old Ivan. We are good. And with this stuff, we are more than good. Yes. Just to confirm, and then he like starts walking towards the back. You got everything?
Yep, everything's here. guess the NPCs managed to successfully follow us.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you've noticed that. Yeah, they also the third track rolled with you. They never like left your side, and yeah, they're like, that was fucking awesome. Good driving, so yeah, it was nothing. Yeah, good job, gentlemen. Good job. All right, fellas, these fine gentlemen already did their share of work. Now get your fucking asses to over here and start unloading this stuff. And as they're doing, like, obviously they will do so, and the location so far is secure. And as they're talking, this like, is the ventilation system ready? And you might get like confused because like, I'm surprised they haven't already deployed more toxins to pacify people. Yeah, who knows? Maybe they didn't expect any resistance. Yeah, do you want to do anything specific? Talk with the NPCs about anything specific?
I'm just gonna
No.
kind of go look through what we've got.
Yeah, about that. So, obviously they got enough crate of equipment to arm, I'd say, more than several dozen people. We might be going into like 3 digits numbers. And as you're like looking through the stuff, Ivan and essentially mostly Lenny notices that I remember our previous talk, and I am a man of my promises, especially to the fine gentleman that proved to be worthy of their money. So I managed to pull some strings. Wasn't easy, but I think you will find this useful. And then he's like, shoot! And he like whistles and like, oi! Get the special crate over here. And I bring it, and essentially, as a equipment reward, you can pick within reason, like as long as it makes sense in fiction, you can pick 1 tech level for armor and 1 tech level for weapon. In terms of armor, it's not power armor, obviously. You cannot go for power armors, but you can pick tech level for combat armor, or basically any tech level armor that's not powered armor. And you can pick tech level for weapon. This can be ranged weapon or melee weapon.
I will give.
Unless I don't know, maybe you have,
choice.
unless you have some other ideas like tech level for like equipment, like something like non-combat stuff, then I'm also open to.
I'm gonna look for that
proposition.
instead of armor, but I'd like to give my weapon choice to Simon, so you can have 2 weapons.
I just got the semi-automatic pistol as well, but I
semi-auto-
That's
could.
tech level 3, not
Yeah.
tech level 4.
Alright. What? Let's see.
In terms of ranged weapons, I would say they wouldn't have plasma, but they can have laser rifle, pistol, spike thrower, mag rifle.
I would say a laser rifle.
Okay, so that's 1, and Ivo is giving his weapon choice to you also. So
I'd suggest taking a melee one as well, just for the option.
Let's see.
Yeah, mechanically the melee weapons are like called tech level 4 would be like either small advanced weapon or medium advanced weapon. Or maybe large advanced weapon, or maybe stun button, but that's your call.
I will go with the stun baton.
Okay, that's tech level 4, so that's definitely like a better taser.
Yeah.
Alright, that's for the weapons.
Cost-wise, how high is the limit of item?
Depends.
Like, roughly, what should I be looking at?
Depends on what you are thinking about.
I was thinking about looking at some cyberware.
Cyber is not possible because cyber is very, very like pricey.
Understood.
Cyber as a whole is out of question. In terms of like other equipment, I would say like 1000 credits is the like worth is maximum for like
Tough
other
with tech level 4.
general equipment. Yeah, to be fair, a lot of this equipment is tech level 4.
I'm looking at it now. Yeah, I see that. Telekinetic generator. I already can do that. Grav shoot might be good.
Yeah, probably asking for like an armor wouldn't make sense because Ivo has his telekinetic armory and although I mean if Wedge wants to like Wedge can still get like a pick for armor if he wants to. Because I don't think he gets like anything special for AC. I mean he has secure clothing, but that's
I'm gonna ask for grav shoot.
graph shoot. Okay, yeah, that's actually wait because I think that 1000 price range is tech level 5.
Yes.
And I'd say that that basically like the price range for equipment is 1000 credits and that tech level limit is
Well, yes, but there's the 300 tech level 4 version.
yeah, that's correct. Oh, okay.
Yes, there's two versions of grav shoot.
Yeah, for a moment I thought that you wanted to go for them like maximum price, but yeah, okay. So the tech level 4 graph shoot is yours.
Nice. Yeah, I don't need to drop out of orbit right now.
Yeah, when the cylinder is strapped to a personal object and activated, it smoothly modulates falling speeds for up to 1000 meters. The chute can safely slow up to 300 kilos of weight. Now, to be fair, this is like one-time use thing.
I know.
But it might, who knows, it might be useful.
That's why I'm getting it.
Okay, Simon, Wedge, like
Yes.
you got your like weapon, the second weapon from Ivo because he left that to you. You still can pick either like a combat armor or maybe a piece of equipment as long as it's tech level 4 and doesn't cost more than 1000 credits.
Let's see, what kind of cyberware do we have?
Cyberware,
No cyberware.
is not possible because
Armor.
it's almost all cyberware is like costs way more.
Other than a prosthetic limb, its minimum is 10,000 credits.
Alright, let's...
To be completely fair, the armor I would suggest, like the most basic one that you can pick, is combat field uniform. That should,
combat field uniform.
with your dex modifier, that should bump your AC to 17.
Yeah, that might be wise to have. So yeah, I'm going to pick that then.
Okay, then you can add combat field uniform to your equipment, and yeah, that base AC 16, and with your dex that's 17. So that definitely increases your survivability.
And how much XP do we get?
I mean, for the session,
Yes.
it is free XP per session.
Just making sure.
So we level up again.
Yeah, as I said,
Yep.
like the first few levels, like they happen quickly.
Also, I'm gonna heal myself. Like, it'll probably use 1 or 2 system strain, but
I mean, let's see, because it's also system states that you still calculate healing damage the same as you calculate normal damage. So just out of curiosity, let's see how many like strains you will get.
Let me see.
Because you have like level 1 biopsionic, so you roll with
Yeah, I'm just checking what it is. It's 1d6 plus 1.
okay, so you heal at minimum 1 point. Okay, 4 that calculates to 1 point healed. 6 that calculates to 2 points healed. 3 that's another 1 point healed. 6 that's another 2 points healed.
That's it. So 4 system strain.
Yeah.
I can also heal any. Like, did any of our guys in the thing get shot?
I mean, considering like how the damage is calculated, if somebody got shot in that firefight, they got fucking wasted.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
The reason why boss Lenny was injured, not killed, is because like gang boss example NPC has 3 hit die, so I basically like fluff wise assumed that he got injured but not killed outright.
Tasty skill points.
Yeah, so essentially you have received a lot of shipment. I would say for the purposes of like plot and like plot advancement, this would count as
That's like you said. It was 3 digits, and that's enough.
Yeah.
So we just need to get to the next steps.
It counts as a goal of acquiring Armory. So you've did that, and now the question is how the situation will develop. And obviously, as you like do the talking and like spreading the loot and whatnot, there is like a automatic message echoing through the city that containment units will be deployed in 1 hour. Cleaners will be deployed in 1 hour. As in, you know, they will basically deploying like mass like gas slash chemicals to like pacify the undercity, like reset the board to like make the like all of this like pause and like calm the fuck down. Because you did a very like you achieved like a great success, but and you saw that not only yourself but there were some good hits against the tyrannical forces in the city. But do not be mistaken, all in all, the upper city have enacted a hefty price for the insult.
God damn it. Major organ restoration.
There was a lot of dead people on the streets or in the buildings that you didn't see because they were like trying to hide, and they were basically like doing this. I don't know if you watched like this clip from Russian police in Dagestan or basically in like that region where they're like doing a warrant service and they had like a BTR and APC that basically started to blasting heavy machine gun into the house.
I did not see that.
Yeah, so basically, yeah, there was like excessive force, and there were like plenty of buildings like have burned down or they are burning. So if you like saw from a vantage point, there were some fires in the undercity going on. Essentially, yeah, you managed to do a solid success, and there's hope in the future. But yeah, the undercity was hit hard, and the price was enacted. And to be fair, when I rolled at the start for Ivan and Lenny, if they failed, like I treated like Lenny had this like partial success, so they were completely fucked. But if they rolled very low, this session they would have died. Like their organization would be fucked, and you would have like no support when trying to get the shipment. Obviously, I would find a different way for you to know that there was a shipment, but yeah. So yeah, I have two questions.
Yeah.
Do you go for what did we call him? For Kapustin? And second question, do you
Yeah.
do you check the like the message, like
I feel like I'll probably go check the message. I feel like we'll forget about Kapustin, but he's also the kind of asshole that'll survive anyways.
yeah, it's like
We did leave him a message.
We'll just like forget about him, and then like a week later, he'll just like wander into the garage while we're there. We're like, oh fuck, I forgot about you. You're still alive.
I had I had the weirdest dream, you know.
Oh.
Yeah, but yeah, I can buy that. That he just basically was left alone. He slept through it all, and then he's like, ugh, he stumbles his way back. But yeah, if you like check the message after like the entire thing dies down, the government forces conduct their patrols and mass executions, and they move out from the Undercity. You check the message, and yeah. Essentially, yeah, in short, it informs you that the government was preparing forces and they are just moving out. You need to get out of there, like, stay safe, and like probably some apologies, but like basically the contact doesn't state that directly, but you get a feeling that sending this even late was still at risk at him, and if he tried to do this in time, he would probably be burned, as in he would burn his cover or their cover.
Mm-hmm.
So you also get a feeling sense that it might change, but yeah, for now, the contact in the upper city, their situation is slightly more tight, although they do not elaborate how. Okay, so
Commit effort for. I just got a fun power from precognition. As an instant action on rolling initiative, I can commit effort for the scene, and my initiative score is treated as one better than anyone else is involved in the scene. It cannot be used if I've been surprised.
that's nice. And I will
It's
also
just like if we know we're going into combat, I go first.
yeah. I will also say, and I will remind that next session that one of the other things that the government is doing to try to like pacify the population of the Undercity is that there will be a lot of more people dying from OD, from like overdose, because they will start pumping more chemicals into like food and water. I mean, it won't result like a mass graves. It won't be like in hundreds of thousands, but definitely it will be noticeable spike in the amount of deaths from like ODing, like overdosing.
Alright.
So now
quick question about the leveling up. Do we get 2 foci for every level, or is it?
yeah, you've decided that you get 2 new foci per level. Other new,
Alright.
you can either get level 1 of a new foci, or you can get level 2 of the foci you already have. Assuming the foci has a level 2.
Alright, good to know.
Okay, so I think
There, I just added in Farthought, so I can telekinetically talk to Simon as long as he's within 100 kilometers.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something else, or I wanted to like ask one thing.
Ask away.
Bumped up to
Yeah.
2.
So now that the first step towards your objective of igniting the revolution has been completed, you will over the course of the next few days or maybe weeks, as you allow the situation to die down and like spread out the ammunition, the weapons, and other equipment throughout your contacts, and basically, essentially, yeah, the goal of acquiring armor is done with. What will be your next step?
I would leave it up to Ivo on this one, but for me, I'm guessing checking the underground hacker forum to see if anything is interesting is happening there. If there is such a thing.
There might be like not really large, but I imagine there are some people that kickstarted and maintain the, as I mentioned, this like secondary underground secret communication channels that criminals and whatnot use to contact one another. And I can think of something that maybe they like due to these raids, they also some of them got killed or maybe taken away. So there could be an option to stage a breakout or something like that.
I was thinking that
Because okay, go ahead.
since we now have guns, we might want to get people to hold the guns.
So
like,
repeat that last one. Like, what are you getting? What are you getting at?
Like, we have guns for above 100 people, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
We don't have anyone to hold said guns.
Hold?
Yes.
As in, sorry.
Who is going to shoot the gun? Like, we have the weapon. We don't have anyone to use the weapon.
Oh, right, that actually is. I mean, some of the contacts might have some basic training, so they don't shoot themselves in the foot, but yeah, I would imagine probably. I mean, it wouldn't be that hard because, as I said, this is a planet with a tag of former warriors, so there is still some martial tradition and training militia and training people in using the guns actually might not take that long.
No, but we still have to recruit them.
Yeah, that's correct.
That's what I was getting at.
Yeah, that's correct. Because yeah, I imagine that in your contacts you definitely do not have like 100 of contacts. It is mostly like a few there, but nothing like that can create. I mean, to be fair, if you want to do this with a like not, we can either like do this with a connect skill check or just say that through the passage of time you managed to recruit some people.
That's fine, I guess. But one thing we also want to do is talk with Ivan and Lenny and anyone else that they're even on ambivalent terms with, because we might go take out whatever our target will end up being. But, like, we'll need people elsewhere to, like, start fighting.
You basically want to rough things up and to cause mayhem chaos that cannot be easily pacified.
Yeah, like we're pulling the trigger they're going to be like the gunpowder and the bullet. If that
Yeah,
makes sense.
essentially when we started, I remember like at the first like this main like because we, as I said, like this main like big end goal is to create like some big spark, and we are talking about some like, for example, bombing and destroying like the governor's mansion or the governor's spire.
So, okay, here, let me rephrase it then. We are the spark.
Yeah.
They're going to be the lighter fluid.
Okay. Then probably to help that spark, one of the ideas I might suggest, and we might go into that direction, and I might prepare in a little bit in that direction, is to, well, I will throw in two options for you to not pick, but you'll have like options. Like one, I will figure out something like maybe there will be some information that they didn't execute everyone, and there are some people, either some friends, allies, or just hackers grabbed from their houses and put into like local, let's say still in the undercity, but like a barricaded like security headquarters. So there will be like a breakout chance either in the building or as they are moving the convoy. And like the second opportunity I'm thinking that I might like prepare for and offer would be yeah, because the problem with starting shit is that you realize, and probably because of that the characters will think about it, is that yeah, the amount of chemicals, like not even if criminals were to go for charity and start giving their own drugs that can counteract the governmental chemicals that make people placid and like non-combative, they still do not have enough production capability to like withstand that. They just have enough to like, their own people can still have that spark of fire in them. So one of the options that you might think about is like disrupting or sabotaging the distribution centers. So like either slow down or temporarily stop the flow of chemicals into the undercity, so the people actually start getting back to their full senses and getting angry again.
That is a good idea.
Because then they will be easier to like get into like combat, like make them fight. Because a lot of people don't fight because, as I said, drugs, chemicals, they make them placid and not really, not responsive, but
Docile.
docile. That's the word I'm looking for. Okay, so I think that will be the options I will be going for. Obviously, this is a sandbox partially, so if you think of something else during the game, sure, I'll probably go along with the flow and just try to wing it with some improvisation.
And the AC is 10, right?
Basic AC?
Yeah.
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
I mean, basic AC is 10 plus your dex modifier. But yeah, apart from leveling up, I think that session can be called for today.
Yay!
Unless you have like any like specific questions regarding leveling up right now.
Not at the moment. Nope.
Okay, so now it will be 2 sessions before you level up again, but we'll see how soon will that happen. As I said, I think that the action will pick up again, like we'll let time pass for at least a week or two, like as a couple of weeks definitely, to like go with some, pull out the fillers for some recruitment, spread the guns, or rather like look who can use them, and basically like start laying down some groundwork for the future revolution. Okay, and that will be
Yeah.
it.